we are officially at Lowe's. You know, a lot of people don't like this gray weather. I actually very much do. Probably helps being born and raised in Washington, but the only thing I really don't like about the gray weather is when I need to utilize the outside for the pen build. Anyway, stay tuned. Hey there YouTube and all of my subscriber family, and today, or tonight, on this episode of Carpenter Talk, we will be discussing liquid nails. And this is interior and exterior extreme heavy duty construction adhesive. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is, if you remember from the last video that I made reference to the fact that the frame of my fireplace enclosure had fallen off because I used the incorrect type of adhesive to attach it. Now, if I was a more intelligent individual, I might have, well, maybe intelligence doesn't have anything to do with it, but the more proper way of installing the frame would have been to actually either countersink some screws into the back of it from the cabinet itself on the inside, or even on the outside would have been fine, or to nail it on or something along those lines prior to putting the stain and finish on the frame. And for that matter, before I tiled the interior of the cabinet, the fireplace enclosure itself. But that's not what I did, and that's fine. So what I originally used to attach the frame to the fireplace enclosure itself was tile adhesive. And yeah, I should have known better that that wood breathes and concrete does not. It's as simple as that. Steve Bell, one of my subscribers, made mention of that, and he's very correct. That was just not the correct stuff to use. So I want to thank you, Steve, for making mention of that. One thing that actually caught me by surprise is that Van Baca actually helped me sand down the excess tile adhesive off of my fireplace enclosure. I was surprised by that because as of recently, he would just make a quick appearance and then take off before I could even say hello to him. So for him to actually offer up to help sand down the excess tile adhesive was very generous of him. So I want to thank him for that. Although I have to admit, I still had to be very careful because he's a wild creature. He's a wild Wookiee, so it doesn't take much to set him off. And after that, it's who knows what happens. It's a risky experience, I'll say that much. But he didn't destroy anything. Everything is good. So yeah, it was just a nice little quick surprise visit, and I appreciate that. So thanks, Vanny. I really appreciate that. Anyway, so a little bit more about this extreme heavy-duty construction adhesive called liquid nails. I'll go ahead and just read what it says on the container here. I'm going to do my best to read it. It's dark in here, and I don't have an overhead light that works right here. I do plan on fixing that. But essentially what it says is Liquid Nails Extreme Heavy Duty Construction Adhesive is an interior-exterior grade, low solvent, high strength construction adhesive designed to provide outstanding adhesion and durability in bonded assemblies. Extreme heavy-duty construction adhesive can be used on a wide range of construction materials, including plywood, waterboard, cement board, particle board, treated lumber, drywall, brick veneers, interior only, imitation stone, interior only, tile board, foam board, ceiling tiles, subflooring. And it says that it is not recommended for plastics, vinyl, ceramics, mirrors, granite, marble, installing tile board directly to stubbing, and wood or laminate flooring. So there we go. Supposedly Liquid Nails is 200% stronger than fasteners alone, which means that it should be to where I'd have to actually chisel it off if I wanted to remove that fireplace enclosure frame ever again. And that would be ideal, to want to have to chisel it off. There's definitely some instructions that go along with this as well. It gets even smaller to read, but essentially what it wants to get across is that the place be at room temperature for 24 hours. And it also mentions that a tube among this size is good for about 30 linear feet if making a bead 1/4 of an inch thick. Now in the video you'll see that I did not make it 1/4 of an inch thick. I probably could have, but I did not. However, I think I did put enough on for the application that I needed to be used for. We'll see. I'm going to check on it tomorrow. Already I could tell that it was holding pretty well even before I fastened down the frame with my quick grip clamps. So essentially what you're going to need, I mean, it works the same way as caulk does. You'll need a caulk gun, and you'll need to cut off the tip, and I always recommend, based on my experience alone, I always recommend to cut the tip at a 45-degree angle. And by doing that, it allows you to follow the beading more straight and more accurately. Not that you would be able to notice that from my bead job. But nevertheless, it was pretty easy to apply. I don't think it really takes any talent to apply the... I don't think it really takes any talent to apply the liquid nails, but the more you do it, obviously the better you'll be at doing so. And since I don't do this sort of work very often, I am not very good at it. And also another very important point is to seal off the tip when you're done using it, otherwise the oxygen will dry out, if not just the tip, the entire thing, and it will go bad. I'm sure these things have an expiration date. I haven't actually read to see what it is, if there is an expiration date at all. But nevertheless, it's holding very well so far, even though I've only really checked on it within the first hour of me applying the liquid nails. So we'll see. And hopefully that will be the end of that, and I can actually move on to finishing up the cabinet that I want to build, so that way I can start moving things in slowly but surely. And hopefully getting rid of a lot of stuff that I simply do not need. But that's it. But we'll see. If this works out, there's plenty of other applications I can use this for. I already am planning on helping another friend out with their build. And now, as of today, it sounds like there's talk of somebody eventually, at some point, traveling up to the Seattle area, so that way I can help them with their van build or whatever type of vehicle they end up getting. And that's exciting to me because I love helping people out with their builds. Especially since if I have any means of talent, and I'm not saying that I do, but if I have any talent whatsoever at doing these builds, I would hate to waste it on being selfish. So, I think that's about it. As always, thank you for watching. Take care. Love others as you love yourself. And I'll see you next time. I don't know. I have no idea. Just ignore me. Just ignore me.